So this is our third video. Hey everyone, welcome to Shitcoin Daily. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of things. We're going to be talking about inflation, which I'm sure a lot of you have been pretty aware of right now. We're also going to talk about some indicators that might say that Bitcoin has turned bullish over the next 6 months. And we're also going to talk about our shitcoin for the day, which is LucidLandsGem. So let's start off with the news, which Ape is going to lead us.
All right. So as you guys could see, Jerome Powell's since he got reelected, now he's saying, "Hey guys, inflation. You know how I said it was transitory? Probably not might be the case. So right now they're gonna go look at the policy and see if they should, start pulling back on the bond buying. And some speculators are saying, oh well, if they stop buying bonds, let me, hedge the inflation and go to crypto because while the U.S. dollar is going rampant, inflation, I'm losing value. Crypto is more or less staying at a steady pace of increased growth. But on the flip side is we still have that looming, crypto law that they're still trying to see what considered is a broker. So that's on the flip side. So people are kind of scared of what's going on with there. So it's either the rock or the hard place.
So in this, I feel like crypto's always is always a good bet because just a couple of months ago, 100% of people were in profit with crypto. And we've seen this like in 2017, which it might be a good time to find like a place to sell because in 2017 if you sold at 17,000 and bought back in at 3,000 Bitcoin, you would have made quite a significant amount of extra money. But it doesn't change the fact that if you still held and didn't sell at all, you would be in profit right now. So it just depends how you feel about crypto long term. I'm more of a holder. That's just me, but I do think that you should be able to like not timing's bad, but find the place where like all right, crypto's going down from here and hold your money for the next bull run.
Yeah, and I'm more of a buy and seller kind of guy. Like I'll watch the graphs, and at that point I would sell, yeah, and then find another buy-in point to then regain that lost while not losing myself.
Yeah. So, and also, as you guys probably heard of Omicron, so that might affect the supply and demand side of things. So, inflation might and will continue until next year. Again, that's a strong reason why you should go into cryptocurrency, Bitcoin or altcoin, whatever it may be, just to store value. Obviously, I'm not saying go to a local gas station and they're gonna accept crypto. No, it's just more of the fact of when the dollar's worth less and the crypto's going up because other people are just switching instead of buying gold, they're just buying Bitcoin. You just you guys saved yourself some money.
And with that $1 trillion spending bill, inflation's gonna go rampant. So
Much higher,
I think crypto's definitely the place.
and especially
All
with
right,
the
so
whole another round of lockdowns coming.
yeah.
Maybe.
So yeah, next article.
So piggybacking on the previous article, pretty much what people are saying that, for Bitcoin, there's a transition to a bull market. There are more people now expecting Bitcoin to go down than going up. Which again, I still think it's perfectly fine. Tell me what stock or other assets that go from 17K or even 3K pretty much a year ago to 60, 50K. Even if it dips down to 40K, I still think, you know what, it's still outperforming any index, any stock, any bonds, pretty much anywhere.
This might be like FOMO. Like we see this all the time when crypto turns a little bearish, like in terms of like the charts going a little down. All these articles start pumping out about how Bitcoin's cycle is over, and then when it starts going up, how Bitcoin is eyeing like 100K. We see this cycle go in and out all the time. And I'm sure you've also seen the articles of a whole bunch of people who've been shorting Bitcoin get liquidated, or people who are longing Bitcoin get liquidated because of things like this. So it really doesn't concern me when they put out things like this. At least that's me.
No. And especially since people from Wall Street or people who don't normally invest are also like, oh, Bitcoin's gonna hit 100K, 200K, unrealistic goals, but hey, so was 60K.
Yeah,
So pretty
just a year
much,
ago.
so pretty
Exactly.
much Bitcoin fell 2% over a week when the Omicron variant was released on Friday. Wall Street slipped 2%. and no one said it, the end of the world. People freak out. It's a lot of fear mongering, and it's a great way to get a discount on stocks or crypto as well. So, don't mind too much attention, but don't also blindly follow, over the cliff either.
Yeah. So those are the news articles. We're going to get into the crypto for today, which, again, the name is LucidLandsGem. Now, me personally, I'm bullish on this, and I compare this a lot to Axie Infinity, but we'll see how I got there once we get through it. Ninja's going to take us through it.
So we take our first look at Lucid Lands. You see it on the charts, you see it's trending. But what is it? It's actually a game that you can play and earn cards or NFTs. So I'm guessing you can later on sell. You can build a base. You can have a little mobile game, but earn money while playing it. There's many different heroes so far. Again, all different prices. You can go around with your little mushroom guys and explore new regions and whatnot. But let's take a look at the more technical side of Lucid Lands. Let's see how many people have it. The current market cap for Lucid Lands is currently at $15.5 million at time of recording. So it's really good. It's 43% up for 20 or 24 hours. It's gone up much higher in the past couple days. If you look
So
at the
for
overall
those of you
time,
who like, for those of you like NFTs though, this kind of like NFTs with utility because
yeah,
those NFTs are minted and then you get to use them in the game. So for those of you who don't like NFT art, this is kind of an NFT with a utility. Yeah, none of us like NFTs,
yeah,
but I mean, it's gaining some popularity. So, I mean,
So
yeah.
here's the thing about it. With NFT games in general, when you guys play, pay to win, think of any mobile game, any game in general. Some games give you an advantage. Instead of you paying a company, you are giving yourself that money back indirectly. So obviously, I paid a company, but let's say if I buy something from Blizzard, Blizzard keeps that money, period. And if I want to sell it, which most game companies does not allow you to resell your assets,
yep,
and if they find out, they ban you, even though everyone does it. But here in NFT games,
they
they
encourage it.
allow you. They're like, okay, you bought it, you could do whatever you want, play the game, or resell it at a later price or a later time, I should say. So that's a one good thing about NFT games. The only downside about NFT games is obviously it's nowhere near AAA titles, but at least it's a passive way to make money. Just play a game, 30 minutes, an hour, you know, earn a couple dollars, and then
And
just wait
and we
for
have
it.
to start somewhere too.
Yeah.
Like Abe said, it's not a triple A title. But where did triple A's start? They started in indie games and built their way up. These NFT games are the beginning of that generation of games that I think we're going to
Yeah,
start
of
to
what
see
will be.
triple A titles incorporate NFTs or even cryptos into their games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and just to be clear, I could care less about the game. I just think, again, if you look at Axie Infinity and you see how they've done so successful, and they're currently sitting at an 8.2 billion market cap. And this is sitting at a 15 million. And this has been around for how long, Ninja? When did it go live?
Since public trading went live on the 23rd, I believe, no, 24th at around noon. Um, and I mean it's been going strong ever since.
So, I mean, it's doing pretty good. Now, of course, Axie Infinity is a unicorn, but if you get a game like this and you're like, okay, let's not bet that it's going to get to Axie Infinity, but if you aim for a 250 to a 500 million market cap, which is again relatively small, like it's not crazy for something to reach that. From at this point, what's what did I say it was 6.5, and if it made it to a 500 million market cap, you're over a 30x. So for $1,000, you would come out with 30K if it made it there. So it's just if you think it's going to get there or not.
Yeah.
Definitely looking at the project and going over the site, seeing the roadmap, seeing what it has already. Mind you, this isn't even out. I mean, the test beta launch is supposed to come out early next month or early quarter one in 2022. But the amount of development that's gone in it already to see the marketplace and everything, that's I think it's definitely has a future.
This is something we spoke about this on yesterday's video where we said that they make the crypto first and the purpose later.
Exactly.
Um,
Perfect
I feel
example.
like, yeah, this is something like that. Except they had the idea of what they were going to do, but they needed the money. So they raised the money, and now that they're working on it, I don't know how far along the game development they are in. So that would be interesting to find out. And
So
I'm sure that once that beta goes live, it's going to be good for the
So
price.
for the art style, I'm not a big fan of it, but I like their commitment to not overchew or bite too big. It's better to make a flash game quick, simple, or a simple art style than to try making GTA 5 as your first game ever. Start off
Yeah.
very simple, very small. If it becomes successful, great. Then you build your way up. You don't have to take, jump the Grand Canyon, but the hardest step is always the first one. And that's why I'm kind of hopeful for this company, even though I said previously, like, I'm not a big fan of NFT games, but this one convinced me in the sense of let's just do little by little instead of reaching the moon right off the
Exactly.
bat.
But let's step away from the idea and just let's look at again the token sniffer, which is an interesting pick because it gets a 0 out of 100 on the score. Mind you, it does have all the check marks, 10% buy, 10% sell, very good. Verified contract sorts. It's not similar to, they didn't take another contract and copy it over, but the owner has not renounced ownership, which understandable. I mean, they're in the development phase of a game. They're going to want to maybe tweak the contract, have it applied to the game, have it applied to a listing, whatever it may be. That's
The
understandable.
NFTs.
Yeah, well, the NFTs should be already included in the contract since the NFTs are out.
Yeah.
But again, the owner wallet, not 10%. It does have 8%, but again, it's not a huge thing with how many holders it already has. Um, the things that Token Sniffer flags it high on is really why it's getting a 0, is because it has a lot of rug pull characteristics. Mind you, I really don't believe this is rug pull. Why would you, if you're a rug pull, I would have pulled out probably a 500 BNB or less. I mean, that's a lot of money. There's almost 2,000 BNB in liquidity that they could pull out if they wanted to. So I think Token Sniffer probably just has this flagged wrong. Again, this is an automated little audit, so I
And
would
mind you,
probably give
2,000
this.
BNB is $1.25 million.
Yeah, it's a big chunk of change. I would definitely give this probably a 90 to 95 rating.
So didn't you say that there was a different rating on this Dex tools?
If you go to the Dex tools, Dex tools does give you a little bit of a rating based off of how much information is provided, how many transactions, like just a transaction pool, how many holders, how it was created, and how much like social media is out there, and then you have the pool, which is again the 1900 BNB. So again,
And
like
that's a good following on Twitter too.
yeah, it has the 16,000 people, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16.3 thousand people following Lucid Lands. So again, I think it's probably a really good investment. Couple days old, it's still rising. Um, I expect probably another dip and then another rise up.
Yeah. Um,
So let's put like our final thoughts, Ape, if you want to speak on if you feel like it's something worth it.
I would hope there will be another dip just so I could buy in. I don't think this is an all-time high, but I'd rather just get an extended Cyber Monday deal,
The
hopefully this week.
Cyber Monday of crypto. Yeah, I would agree. I would love to see a dip. However, again, like we just saw another bar pop, another green bar. So I think either you risk it, you wait an hour or two, wait to see if it dips, or go in it now.
The thing about it also with DeFi coins, remember, 10% is in and out. So you need to make at least 20% to break even. So when there's less liquidity, it raises a price. So DeFi coins for the most part, if it's not a rug pull, it automatically, artificially goes on the uptrend, which is good. Not saying you're guaranteed money, it's not guaranteed profit, but for the most part, it it makes people hold longer. So don't think that you put in $100 and of course, if it's a rug pull, it's a rug pull. We can't really do anything about it. And
Yeah.
if a whale sale, that's something else. But for the most part, DeFi coins give artificial growth.
So just so we can touch on, at least me personally, like I really like the idea of this coin just because it reminds me of Axie Infinity, and whether it gets that kind of hype or not, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I think a 250 to 500 million market cap is achievable, and based off the current market cap, it's over 30x. So, Ninja, if you want to pull up the Trust Wallet, I decided to send over 10,000. It's a 12% slippage on PancakeSwap. So 10% fee. So if you put $10,000, you're gonna put nine, or you're gonna get 9,000. If you put $100, you're gonna get $90. I'm actually gonna get another 10,000. So I'm gonna get in total 18,000 the way it currently is. I just 100% like that's how much I believe that this is gonna do well. And with such a low market cap, I want you to understand it's very easy to go from 15 million to 7.5 million market cap. So you could wait, and that could happen. But the reason I'm doing it now is because I'm afraid of the upside because it has so much involvement on social media. It's trending. It's doing good. So I rather not wait. If it goes down to 7.5 million, I lose half the money. That's fine because I'm holding long term, and I think long term, especially if we hit, like if Bitcoin does like a little mini run and the altcoins get their moment, I think this coin could do really good. So
Yeah.
this is where I put the most money
The,
in the coins that we spoke about
the,
so far.
the only thing about me is that I have the developers aren't docs. Yeah, there's no way of tracking or whatever. That's always my biggest gripe with any coin. So even if it's the world's shittiest coin, if it's docs, at least you could find the guy and sue him or harass him or whatever. Don't harass anyone. But at least you could see you could put a face on something, and most of the time people are not gonna rug pull when they have their face and information out there, because obviously they're easy to track down and they would definitely get arrested.
And even if you look like Akira was saying, look at the volume for the past days that, it's only been out since the 24th. $3 million volume on the first day. Second day, a little slower, 1.6. Then it picked up a little bit, dropped back down, dropped pretty down, and then just shot up. Just super sky high from almost 1 million to 6. So,
That's really good volume, by the way,
yeah,
for a 50 million market cap coin.
yeah. So it's one of those things like he said, you could go from 15 million market cap to 7 real quick, but I think we have faith in this one, and like Akira showed already, he had as at least already put money in it and is planning to put more.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for today. We've hit our mark. At the end of the week, we're going to update everyone on the coins that we've put money in, and see where the bets have gone. We'll give weekly updates to see, our track record and see how we're doing on the coins that we're picking for that search for the 50 to 100x coin. So that's it for today. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Thank you for being here.